Welcome back to Poorly Educated Today in the News. The only show where the Dow might be hitting 50,000, but my wallet is still sitting at -12 and a pack of beef jerky I owe us. Folks, this week America done turned the dial from regular crazy to premium grade, home style, country cut crazy, and we're here to break it all down with the accuracy of a man who once tried fixing a leaky faucet with duct tape, prayer, and a ham sandwich. Let's get into it. Segment 1. Dow 50,000, layoffs 50,001. Now let me tell y'all, Wall Street is happier than a possum discovering a buffet dumpster out back behind a Cracker Barrel. The Dow hit 50,000 for the first time ever. Everybody's cheering, popping champagne, pretending this is good for us normal people. Meanwhile, every tech company in America is firing folks like they're trying to win a prize for fastest empty office building. Amazon's out here dropping 16,000 workers while bragging about spending $200 billion with a B, on AI. That's right. They said robots don't unionize, and just went from there. Oracle's cutting 30,000 jobs. Citi is cutting 20,000. Ericsson is dropping 1,600. It's like everybody looked at the Dow hitting 50,000 and said, "Great, time to make sure nobody has a job to celebrate it." I swear, this economy feels like a carnival game run by a man who legally ain't allowed within 500 feet of a school. Every time you think you're winning, the target moves, the floor tilts, and the dude running the booth hollers, "Try again, partner," while handing you a stuffed animal that smells like diesel fuel. But hey, at least the Nasdaq's up too. So now you can get fired in HD. Segment 2. America First Foreign Policy, now with extra tariffs. So our government announced a whole new batch of executive orders, and it's like Walmart rolled out a rollback sale on global stability. We got tariffs on Iran, tariffs on Russia, tariffs on anybody who even waves at Iran. If Iran sneezes, somebody's getting a tariff. Then the president signed the America First Arms Transfer Strategy, which basically says, we're selling weapons, but only to folks who promise not to misuse them unless we nod first. They even made a military sales catalog. A catalog. Like the Sky Mall magazine on an airplane, except instead of foot massagers and novelty pillows, you can buy a missile system if your country promises to behave. And then there's the Bangladesh cotton for garments deal, which is just hilarious. America said, "Hey Bangladesh, we'll drop your tariffs, but you gotta take our cotton." That's right. We're making trade deals like a yard sale barter. You buy this box of socks? I'll throw in the coffee mug with the chip in it. And India agreed to buy $500 billion of American products in exchange for lower tariffs, which sounds like the biggest Costco membership in human history. Somewhere there's a warehouse the size of Delaware just full of discount deodorant and tactical flashlights. Segment 3. Homeland Security, Operation Metro, and the Great California Standoff. Now DHS and ICE been busier than a rooster in a henhouse built on top of a trampoline. We got Operation Metro in Minnesota, where they arrested over 4,000 criminal non-citizens, and West Virginia had its own sweep with over 650 arrests. That's a lot of folks. That's like if the entire crowd at a minor league baseball game got escorted out in alphabetical order. But the real spicy drama is California. DHS told the state, "Hey, you got 33,179 criminal illegal aliens in your prisons. Fork 'em over." And California said, "Well, see, we were thinking maybe." No? And DHS said, "Well, we were thinking yes." And now it's like watching divorced parents argue over who gets custody of 33,000 felons while the kids are sitting there going, anyone got snacks? Meanwhile, the administration's expanding immigration detention at Guantanamo Bay and public health doctors are resigning instead of going. When the medical staff quits before they even see the patients, that tells you everything you need to know. If my dentist quit on me mid-cleaning, I'd be asking myself what kind of demon lived in my molars. Segment 4. Weather trying to kill the East Coast again. A bomb cyclone hit the East Coast this week, which is a very official meteorological term meaning your roof is now your neighbor's roof. 16 inches of snow in the Carolinas. You know how rare that is? That's like seeing Bigfoot ordering a pumpkin spice latte. Folks down there probably thought the sky was pouring cocaine. It knocked out power across multiple states, and now NOAA's about to release its annual report on billion-dollar natural disasters. At this point, the report is probably easier to write if they just say, yes, everything was a disaster. See Appendix A through Z for details. Meanwhile, it's colder than a banker's heart in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and everyone's pretending they ain't scared while their pipes are bursting like they're auditioning for Old Faithful 2. Electric Boogaloo. Segment 5. Super Bowl 60, Grammys drama, and J.D. Vance booed in Italy. The Seahawks beat the Patriots 29-13 with 6 sacks on the poor rookie QB who looked like he was being mugged in real time. Kenneth Walker III ran for 135 yards and won MVP, making him the first running back since '98 to do it. Only thing more surprising would have been if the halftime show featured my Uncle Ronnie doing karaoke shirtless again. Bad Bunny performed almost entirely in Spanish, which made half the country mad and the other half asking, "Wait, can we do this every year?" It was colorful, it was cultural, and it was the first Super Bowl halftime show where someone in the crowd definitely yelled, "Where's the subtitles?" At the Grammys, Kendrick Lamar won Record of the Year, Bad Bunny won Album of the Year, and somewhere Kid Rock is probably writing a Facebook post about how America's gone to heck because we're rewarding talent. And then there's J.D. Vance getting booed at the Winter Olympics in Italy. Now look, I ain't saying that's embarrassing, but when the entire country that invented pasta looks at you and goes, "No thank you," you might want to reconsider your international PR strategy. Especially when the boos happen at the same time folks are protesting because ICE agents showed up in Italy like they got lost looking for New Jersey. In conclusion, America is somehow thriving and falling apart at the same time, like a pickup truck with a fresh paint job and no brakes. The markets are booming, layoffs are exploding, the weather is exploding, foreign policy is exploding, and even the Super Bowl halftime show made certain folks explode. But don't worry, Poorly Educated will be here to break it all down, keep it honest, keep it funny, and keep it redneck enough that you can smell the fried bologna through the speakers. Y'all take care now.